It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Houston Texans. And it's coming up next.
In the only building this franchise has ever known, we're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott up here in the booth, and the talk about this game, Brock, is centered, not surprisingly, on a couple of quarterbacks who came through the draft the same year and now in their second seasons here in the NFL.
It doesn't matter if it's year 2, year 5, year 10, or Tom Brady, like 30 years later. They still remember every guy in their class. And when you look across and you see your peer, you are linked together in that draft. You're also linked together in this league that knows how hard getting any win on any day is. And you want this one against your classmate as much as any.
Ready to get this game started. Here's Eddie Pinheiro. And we're off and running from Houston. On the return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the return at the 27. Well, here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is the second overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on a route. C.J. was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success. New set of downs is not off to a real good start here, Kate. And I know every yard counts in this league, but that lone yard, it's not going to really change what they're thinking about doing here on second down.
Davis takes it straight ahead. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard, and that brings up 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Stroud. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. They go to punt on 4th down, and out heads Tommy Townsend. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. From the pistol, it's Young. Throw is there for Jatavion Sanders. Oh, what a stiff arm. 35 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Play made that time by Danico Autry. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10 now. Tremble with the grab. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. 6 yards for him there. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Hubbard will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, not for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Young. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
They'll run for it, Hubbard. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. And their first drive won't end in points after all. He stopped, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
This Texans offense ready up for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Davis. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Josie Jewell making that stop. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Hey, Kate, you want to know how crazy your partner is next to you? I would love to take a fan right out of these stands and put them there on that play, just so they could feel what a 5-yard run feels like. Because it may not look like anything on the stat sheet, but I promise you, if the average person felt the pain of what a 5-yard gain was, they'd have a whole new perspective.
6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Some much-needed breathing room acquired on that last play. They're set up at the 12. Davis, the motion man right. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Jack Thompson finishing that play off.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Handoff here to Davis. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Jack Thompson finishing that play off. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Motioning one of the tight ends. Going right back to Davis. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. We've finished 1 quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Stroud off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Running left is Davis. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. From the gun, Stroud. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Whether they meant to go to him or it was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a 1st down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
So it'll be Tommy Townsend once again to punt this away. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He breaks the tackle. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt goes 63 yards. And it's good. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed left. Young up 1st and 10. Cox, this is Xavier Leggett. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Here's Hubbard on the give. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
With their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Hubbard again. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap now to Young. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left with 4th down here.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Out now come the Texans on offense. By this point, partner, they are through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Got to find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm.
Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Throwing now from the gun. Schultz with the catch. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Jack Thompson finishing that play off. Third and a lone yard coming up. Davis up the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Texans hoping to get the scoring started soon. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Back now, pressure on its way. Completed to Collins. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. Collins there to grab it. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Diggs there to bring it in. And they get this down to the 28. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
You want to know why we see so many gray hairs, Kate, on these D coordinators we meet with? It's plays like that. These D coordinators hate quarterbacks that can escape the pocket, escape the blitz, and make you pay with completions.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Hits him on the out route. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Second and 3 now. From the 21. He's got this complete to Dameon Pierce. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. The back grabs it. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Here's Stroud now. Touchdown, Houston! This play gives us an excellent opportunity, Brock, to talk about how well he sees the field with the ball in his hands, because that was a big part of that touchdown.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a handoff or it gets hauled in on a 30-yard throw. The instincts, that's what it is. Instincts with a capital I. And the best running backs in the game.
Bairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Valus Jones now on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Panthers headed out on offense again just before halftime. And with all their timeouts remaining, Brock, they may be able to put a little something together here before halftime. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Now it'll be caught by Adam Thielen. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. To the air on 1st down, Young. He's on the move. He'll try and run this. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Young looking to throw. Connection made to Tremble. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Look at Jimmy Ward getting up there to make that stop. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. Maher connects there. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. We've reached our halftime intermission with the Texans currently in front in Houston. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a very good first half out of the Ohio State man, C.J. Stroud. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Raheem Blackshear now to return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Out come the Panthers. Their offense has it first here to start quarter number 3. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Young working from the gun. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, Young. This is reeled in by Leggett. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Now here's a spot where the timing's got to be absolutely perfect, Kate, between the quarterback and the receiver. That throw is made before that receiver's ever thinking of coming out of his cut. Too early, it's incomplete. Too late, and it's headed the other way.
3rd down run by Hubbard. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
Back to throw. Here's Young. Has him on the quick hitter. Second down now, 7 to go. Up the middle, Hubbard. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Running back sent in motion left. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Carolina. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers push their lead to 3. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. First down, Stroud. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. DJ Wanham gets there to haul him down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Stroud. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Running back sent in motion. Stroud now on 3rd. Finding Collins. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the gun, Stroud. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it sets up a Houston first.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. A handoff for Davis, running right. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Finding Davis. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
They kick the running back in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. On the ground, it's Davis. And he's got them down at the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 5 yards. Things looking good. 2nd and goal now from the 2. So we're through 3 here. The Texans have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Here's an option play to the left. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they head out to check on, looks like an injured Panther. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Here's Stroud. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Dane Jackson with the pick. And the Panthers, they're stopped a little beyond the 10-yard line on the return. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hubbard. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Young on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They bring their tight end left. From the 35 on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap now to Young. Gets this to Sanders. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Carolina in punt formation. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. The offense getting set to go. They are coming off their 1st interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Here's Davis. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. To the air, Stroud. Complete to Diggs out left. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Brought in right side. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They're set up at the 35 now. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. This is complete to Schultz. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
2nd and 3 now. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He'll throw it. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans trail by a field goal. New set of downs for him from the 46. Stroud throwing here on first. Diggs there to bring it in. And they make this stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Cut by Diggs. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That play good for 17 and a first down. Here he is to throw. Cut near the goal line. And in for the Houston touchdown. Now a crucial point after to stretch the lead beyond a field goal. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Blackshear on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Panther offense headed out to the field. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Setting up to pass. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. He'll look to throw it. Legette's got it. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. The Texans bringing out an extra DB. Third down coming up. Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Desperation time here on 4th. Has it downfield, working the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Back to throw. All right, Legette makes the ground. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's first down. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Trying to push it deep dip. They connect on the deep shot. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Extra point upcoming, this to put it to a field goal game. And he shakes off the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
Texans 14.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Completed to Collins. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. Shotgun now for Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 46. Cut by Collins on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Final timeout called by the Texans. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Time not on their side here as they get set for first down. No timeouts remaining either. From the gun, Stroud. He just throws this one away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw, Stroud. This is for the ball game. Deflected. Oh, they couldn't bring it in off the tip drill, though. They had the chance they wanted, Brock, but no, that's how this one's gonna end. So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Panthers are winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.